My name's Frost Prime, and if you didn't vote for Udyr, you're not invited to my birthday party.
Please vote for Udyr.
I'm voting for Udyr. Are you?
I'm voting for Udyr.
I'm voting for Udyr.
I'm voting for Udyr.
I voted for Udyr.
I voted for Udyr.
I am voting for Udyr for the next champion rework.
I'm Mercury, and I voted for Udyr.
I'm Hypersugar, and I'm voting Udyr.
Vote for Udyr!
Vote Udyr or else.
If you don't vote Udyr, I'm gonna
Game in.
Vote Udyr or I'll eat your soul.
I'm voting for Udyr. Wait, what the fuck is an Udyr?
Vote for Udyr. Please vote for Udyr. Boomers like me need simple champions, and I can play Udyr. But he looks terrible. It's about time one of the simple champions looked good. Please vote for Udyr.
Hi. Now you might notice the format of this video is kind of scuffed, and that's for two reasons. Number one, this topic's going to become irrelevant within a weekend. Number two, it's going to take me a week to make it. Hi there, fellas. Did you enjoy the League of Legends Season 2021 livestream? Because I sure did. The year of the Ruined King is upon us. Diego's coming to the Summoner's Rift. Katarina and Rammus are coming to the Wild Rift.
Okay.
And Aphelios is coming to the Legends of Runeterra Rift. But none of that matters, because guess what? There's a new VGU poll. Woo! This one's a real doozy, though, let me tell you. We got a lot of choices. We got Skarner, Nocturne, Quinn, Shyvana, and the Udyr. I hope I was pointing at the right places. And because we are all individuals and all have our own unique opinions, obviously one of these champions on this list is going to be very special to us, and we're going to want to see them reworked. I myself have a personal bias for Skarner. And I'm sure you have a personal bias too. To be honest, I think we should really see all of these champions reworked. But I think it's fine, you know, slowing down the amount of reworks means they have more time for newer champions like last year. So in the end, you like what you like, you choose what you choose. It's a voting system after all. Vote for the one that you think's gonna be good. Did I just catch you voting for Nocturne? You may think you have your own opinions, which you do, but your opinions are wrong. Look at this. You see this? That's Udyr. That's the only option. That's the only one you should be voting for. If you don't vote for Udyr, 1 million years dungeon, okay? And for all you sinners unable to comprehend why Udyr is the one that you should choose without a doubt, let me explain it to you. Now, even though I know you're gonna vote for Udyr, it's best to understand just why you shouldn't vote for the other champions. I think by better understanding the reasons why you shouldn't vote for the other champions will help emphasize the reasons why you should vote for Udyr. Skarner, my homie, my crystal boy, my scorpion lad, Riot has not been kind to you lately. And if they were to rework him, they would not be kind to him there either. If you look in the description of their plans for Skarner's rework, it says very clearly they would plan a complete overhaul. Probably keeping only just the ult, so we're talking Galio levels of rework. Essentially scrapping the entire kit and only leaving 1 or 2 remnants of the original champion. Unless you're Aatrox, in which case your whole champion gets removed. And while I will admit champions like Galio and Poppy and Scion are better than their previous incarnations.
Oh, this is Scutson. What is that? Is that Branson? Is that tap-dancing crab demon?
I'm nitpicky and biased, and people still tell me I sound like Garfield. So no, Riot, I don't want you touching my crystal scorpion boy. He's fine. Just give him a couple buffs. I'm sure that hasn't backfired before. Nocturne. Oh boy, did Fiddlesticks ever steal your sunshine. Fright points out in the description of what they do for his rework that Nocturne is actually one of the most popular champions among new players. I mean, they drop him shortly after, but it helps prove that there's so many edgy 12-year-olds who play this game.
But not me, though. I am a mature adult.
Yes. Honestly, you just look at Nocturne now, he could use an update, but he doesn't need one. He's still fairly viable in multiple roles, and his visuals have held up surprisingly well, even if that's partially because he got a spell effects update. And I mean, I'd like to see him reworked, to see him become the true eternal nightmare he's always meant to be, but someone else needs it more. I'll be honest, why the fuck are you here?
Bird up.
I mean, she's not in a great spot visual or gameplay wise, but you're really gonna tell me that this is not getting a rework before Quinn. Honestly, I feel like Quinn doesn't even stand a chance of winning this poll because nobody even remembers she exists. And before you say, oh, well, because she's forgettable, that's a good reason why she should get reworked. Don't lie to me, you forgot half of these champions existed too. Alright, the last one, but before we delve into Shyvana, can I just point out something real quick? You know the Ruined King stuff's happening, right? The Ruination's happening, champions are being corrupted. You know, in the cinematic we see Darius getting corrupted to fight Samira. So these Ruined skids, you know, we thought, oh, these are alt universe, but they might actually be canonical. Right? Like Draven potentially actually fought Viego and fell to the evil power of the Ruination, which means Karma and Shyvana did too. Why did the Ruination turn Shyvana white? Just thought I'd let that be known. To be honest, I think Shyvana is the only one on this poll who really stands a good chance of winning against Udyr. But is it because she's outdated gameplay-wise? No, she's still pretty fine. She's having a bit of a rough time during preseason, but she's still got 2 different flexible and viable builds. Is it because she's outdated visually? The League model, I guess. But Legends of Runeterra and Wild Rift prove that just a few slight visual tweaks made her look way better. The pants, especially. So if gameplay-wise she's pretty fine, and visually wise she just needs a few small updates, why does she stand so much of a chance against Udyr? It's because people are fucking horny. I'm not gonna single out anyone in particular, Moonwalker, but I know full well the reason all these people want Shyvana to get reworked is because they want a dragon lady to wank off to and stan. And this model ain't cutting it. And obviously that's all personal preference, you know, Nikki doesn't like sexy characters, you know, all that, but I'd like to point something else out. I'd like to direct you to Riot's own words of what they plan to do if they rework Shyvana. While Shyvana's overall visuals and kit quality aren't as low as some of the other champions in this poll, she falls under the category of champions like Irelia or Akali, who weren't fully delivering on their thematic promise before getting reworked. Now, I don't know about you, but the fact that they specifically point out Irelia and Akali as a point of reference for what they want to accomplish in this rework is a bit concerning. Like, yes, right, I definitely want another 3 million dash true damage point and click bruiser tank assassin to ruin the meta for another 6 months. Don't get me wrong, I still think Shyvana could use an update. She'd do well with it even. I just really don't want another Irelia, and there's another champion who needs it way more than she does. Finally, we're at the end. The correct champion choice and the one you should be voting for if you haven't already. Udyr is the Aquaman of League of Legends. A character archetype that sounds really cool on paper, but they're just really fucking stupid and useless. There's a reason why so many YouTubers like Blackjack and Dumbs use Udyr as the butt of their joke. Because he's a fucking joke. And do I even have to cover his visuals? I mean, just look at him. This exists in the same game as this. And one of the worst parts about it is this isn't even how Udyr looks anymore. We don't know what Udyr looks like anymore. Technically, this is past Udyr. Spirit Guard Udyr is actually canon and is what he looked like when he was training with Lee Sin and Ionia. Now he's back in Freljord done with his training. We don't know what he looks like. And the thing is, we got that info super recently. Coincidentally, around the time they announced that because they weren't able to do a VGU poll in 2020, they had picked a mystery champion to do a VGU on. One that they would do after Mundo, but before the VGU poll. I was absolutely certain Udyr looking this bad, being this unplayable, but having some new lore, he's gotta be the next one. And of course he wasn't. And that VGU project got iceboxed, which means Mundo is going to be the only rework of 2021. Okay, enough the explanation. After years of being the butt of everyone's jokes, the terrible visuals, the terrible gameplay, the terrible pick rate, he deserves some love. So come on everyone, put aside your personal biases for the champions that you like. Put aside the wannabe edgelord inside. Put aside the completely unjustified want of a rework for a champion who came out 3 years after Corki. Put aside your incessant desire to be horny on main. Your vote matters. And right now, you need to do the right thing and vote for the right champion. Udyr is that right champion. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. I'm never doing a video in this format ever again.